I'm Randy Gushel, the Executive Director of the Delaware Foundation for Science and Math Education. And I'm here to announce 2 awards which the foundation sponsors and uses the stage of this great event to highlight it. But just look back at what has happened over 10 years with our investment in teachers who have done a great job, and to hear how they've come back. I got to say it again. Thank you all. When you look at the awards I'm about to present, we're looking at where somebody already was doing that, and we're going to honor them. The first award is the Manon Award, and if I read the whole definition, I would point out that it's a team award, which was created by DFSME to recognize a team of teachers who collaborate within their school with business, with students and administrators, and even business to do things together interdisciplinary-wise. And many of the earlier Manon Awards have been within a school or two. This year, the team that is being recognized is a little different because we have some teachers here, but we also have students involved, and it's an organization which is sustainable on its own. It's called YES, the Youth Environmental Summit. It has an amazing history, and people turn over because students who stay with the program suddenly graduate, and teachers are here. So we are presenting the award to the YES program, and I'm going to ask Dee Durham to come up here and introduce the people, please.
Thank you. Well, we have a smattering of, I represent Plastic Free Delaware. My name is Dee Durham, and we have some teachers with us, Stacy Barkowski, Stephanie Trainer, Amy Lunsford, and Carter Lunsford is our student co-leader this year. So we're glad to welcome him as well.
Would you like to say something? Yes,
Good evening, everyone. My name is Carter Lunsford. I am a junior at Newark Charter High School, and I am proud to be the vice chair for the 2025 Delaware Youth Environmental Summit. To give a bit of a personal anecdote, I first attended the summit in 2022 as a freshman, and being able to attend this event and see students, educators, industry professionals, researchers, and everyone in between come together and to educate and empower our youth was and still is incredibly impactful. However, this is not possible without each and every one of you here tonight, especially the wonderful adult advisors standing behind me, and the Delaware STEM Council and its partners. The power of the combined efforts of students and educators, the power that the combined efforts of students and educators can hold is immeasurable, and I can speak on behalf of the YES team in saying that we are incredibly grateful for this award. Thank you for helping empower Delaware's future STEM leaders.
Anybody else want to say something?
He said it all.
This is the youth environmental.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before they go off for their picture, I want to point out that the Youth Environmental Summit has grown from an initial 150 people right before COVID to 500 last year at the University of Delaware. And this group and students who aren't here, you're going for, how many people do you want to have?
1,000.
1,000 or 2,000 at the Chase Center, right? On February 28th. It's an amazing program. DFSME has been a small sponsor, but we really encourage, look at the catalytic effect of these awards and these amazing teams. So thank you so much.
The roots of the Delaware Youth Environmental Summit, or YES, go back to 2010, when Plastic Free Delaware was launched by the Brandywine Sprouts, a group of youth in a Jane Goodall Institute Roots and Shoots program. Countries, counties, and cities all around the globe were banning or discouraging the use of single-use plastic bags, and the Sprouts thought we could do this here in Delaware. Over the next few years, as Plastic Free Delaware worked to advocate for plastic bag legislation in the Delaware legislature, it became apparent that the youth involvement was a superpower to securing support from the state legislature. In 2019, with the students' participation in the advocacy process, Delaware became the 4th state in the U.S. to secure passage of a plastic bag ban law. Stephanie Trainer has been part of the advisory team from the beginning.
Our story starts back in 2019 in the summer, and we were interested in trying to put together a conference on sustainability for students to attend, mostly because we noticed that students were interested in these topics and yet didn't really have an outlet for them, and the curriculum wasn't really representing the changes in sustainability. So at that point, it was conversations about how do we want this to look? What role do we want to play? What role do we want the kids to play? We had people from nonprofit worlds. We had educators. It was very much, we want to get the information out to the kids. We want them to have access to information they don't normally have. So the experts need to be foremost. I would say YES kind of got modeled off of the youth in government example of having students lead. The kids weren't experts in this. And so we needed to pull those experts in. So our first year was a real learning curve of how much students could lead and still accomplish what we wanted to. And now we're 5 years into this, and it's run much more smoothly. We've learned from our mistakes, and the kids, I think, feel really empowered, but understand too that they have to connect with these experts. And while they're involved in presenting these workshops, it's incumbent upon them to vet the people who they're bringing into these workshops.
In February 2020, the first annual YES was held at Del Tech in Dover with an at-capacity attendance of 270 students and teacher advisors representing 17 Delaware high schools. By February 2024, YES had moved to Clayton Hall and was again over capacity with 500-plus students and teacher advisors from 34 schools. Schools from all three counties have been represented each year. An exhibitors hall at YES provides an opportunity for the students to learn about nonprofits, agencies, and colleges with environmental programs, and volunteer or advocacy initiatives. Corporate, agency, and nonprofit partners and sponsors make it possible for the event to be free for all attendees. Alicia Sagri-Ju is the chairman of the 2025 YES program.
So a couple of years ago, I was a freshman, and I actually attended the summit as a student. I was not a student leader, and just going there, I attended a workshop. It was about sustainable fashion, and it made me realize that sustainability, it's not just like fossil fuels or like the emissions that the cars emit or anything like that. Like, it extends to like all aspects of our lives, and I think going to the summit is what made me realize that. And the next year I applied to be on the student leadership team, and I was the workshops co-chair. So I actually took like an active role in creating these like 40-minute sessions for the students to come to and kind of learn a little bit more about like sustainability within like our planet, within the state, etc. So really it's been like it's been so interesting to work with so many different kinds of students, and I guess now I'm here like the chair.
Planning is already underway for the 6th annual YES Summit. In order to accommodate more students, the 2025 Summit is moved to the Chase Center on Wilmington's riverfront and will be held on February 28th.